Alright, so we're playing Mystic Sanctuary Familiars today. Uh, Biggest thing that's making this deck worthwhile to me at least is the Mystic Sanctuary. Famous has existed for a long time, but this card's pretty busted. Uh, so the core of the combo is having two Familiars out, Sunscape or Nightscape. Doesn't matter as long as you have two of them. You evoke Muldrifter, you Ghostly Flicker, Muldrifter in your main Mystic Sanctuary, put Ghostly Flicker on top, then draw two cards off Muldrifter. Net 0 mana, but +1 card, so you draw your entire deck. Then you snap, or you use one of your extra Ghostly Flickers to get an extra mana, play Iceberg Cantrix. Then you flicker Astrolabe and Mystic Sanctuary ad nauseum until your opponent dies, because that is a snow permanent. Cantrix mills them, yada yada. So that's the combo, and then we have a whole lot of support for it. Base Island mana base to support the Sanctuary. Anti-aggro is 4 Faithful, 2 Prismatic Strands. I think they're good against Jeskai as well as Mono Green, so that's the anti-aggro I chose for main deck. 4 Preordain, 4 Astrolabe for the early game. I did originally have Ponders in my first build. I cut them because I just found myself wanting to cast more Oracles and Deep Analysis as the game went on. So there is such a thing as too many cantrips. 3 Snap. I don't have bounce lands, but the card's still pretty fantastic. It's just an all-around solid card. It has a lot of utility in familiar decks because we have so many ETB type creatures, and then it also just buys time against aggro. 3 Ghostly Flicker, not 4. I had 4, but it can get awkward if you don't have enough creatures to flicker, so I kind of like the 3. 4 Secret Oracle. Cards just kind of smooths out your draws, smooths out your flickers, makes your snaps good. It's just kind of an all-around filler. It's a good card. Reaping the Graves, it's really fantastic with Mystic Sanctuary. Get back a bunch of dudes. Kind of core to the way I play the deck. Just having it in my 60 allows me to play very aggressively with my familiars and not get punished for it. 3 Deep Analysis, cards good against counter magic, cards great with familiars, and Godpharaoh's Faithful. Might end up on 4 in the future, but right now I'm on 3. 1 Mnemonic Wall, it's not necessary to kill with. It's a utility card, gets back cantrips, gets back Reaping the Graves. Gets back Flicker if I need to go off right there instead of just having Sanctuary. Can't infinite with it, at least a kill, but it just has general value. And 4 Muldrifter because that card's insane. Sideboard, a 3rd Strand, 4 Dignitary for anti-aggro, 3 Blue Elemental Blast. Bring against some, but not all Jeskai types. It really depends on how many Faithfuls I need, because I usually keep in around 2 to sometimes 4 if it's a more aggressive list, to support my Deep Analysis as well as to not die to the, of course, Skyfishers my opponent plays. 4 Dispel, always bring that in against Jeskai and Tron, card's great. Echoing Truth, I cut a snap for it. Actually, I cut all my snaps, but you still want some bounce, and it's for Relic of Progenitus. When you don't need the extra mana from snap, you want to be able to hit those non-creature permanents. 4th Deep Analysis, card's great. 2nd Wall, that allows us to infinite, to buy back Dispels with Ghostly Flicker in the post-board games. Valuable. And yeah, that's that. I've done this deck so many times, I went through it pretty quickly, but basically, the core of the deck is we're just trying to jam through familiars, get 2 on board, and Ghostly Flicker with Sanctuary to win the game. So let's go ahead and start playing some games. Hopefully we'll find an opponent quickly. Magic Online just kind of died recently, and it's just now coming back up, so might take a bit to find an opponent. I probably should have done it while I was doing my deck tech, but oh well. It's not the end of the... Oh, look at that. Okay. I guess it really wants me to see that chat. Wow. This end's kind of great. Gonna lead on the turn 1 Astro, because we want to get an island off this and yada yada. That way I can play Faithful on 2 and stuff like that. I draw an untapped land. Can possibly do other stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's just turn 1 Astro and then work from there. Rather than turn 1 Fetch. We'll see what we draw to and what my opponent's on, but pretty likely to be that. Forest? Sure. Quarian. So our hand's not bad against Stompy, but it's definitely not the best thing in the world. Kind of want to kill fast, so I'm going to try and get islands off my fetches. Because I'm playing Faithful next turn, I don't have to worry about going. Alright, this draw is now fantastic. My opponent's lands are killing me. Yeah, Moto was bugged, so it wasn't actually maintenance. Okay, that's not too bad. So we're going to do a Savage Swipe test. If my opponent has it, he's a big favorite to win this game. If he doesn't, we're a favorite, because we'll have a Faithful on board with all these great cards in hand. It's almost worthwhile to hold on to the Faithful to wait for Strands, because I just drew an Astro, but I think it's just correct to play it. Opponent's at 3 in hand. I can't really play Afraid. There's so many cards. Like, any card I play is going to get demolished by the Savage Swipe, so I can't really play around it. If they have it, they have it. And it's just going to be very, very good against me. Rancor is fine. Could be a Vines, but I'm honestly okay with eating a Vines for a Faithful. If he Vines is Quarian, I think that's just a misplay. Because that's just, like, that's more life than that Faithful's going to gain anytime soon. I'm pretty happy with that trade. Get another blue source because we just want 3 islands as quick as possible. We're very, very close to a win. I'm just going to play the Nightscape out without snapping first. My opponent doesn't have Savage Swipe, otherwise he would have played it already. We're taking 6, that's not lethal. Then we have the Strands. We're looking pretty alright. Like, definitely a good spot here. Goes for another Vines. It's pretty aggro. I can see why I went for that one first. He could have just been able to present lethal just about, though. If he was better with his Vines. Like, killing my God Faithfuls I don't think was worth it. Especially if he has another in hand. Decides to hold on to it for protection. It's a big tell, though. Malt Scourge is fine. Got our 3rd island. We're just one familiar away from the win. Hey there, in Pauper. That's fine. Take damage from the Vault Scourge, though, but it's not enough to be a problem. I'm worried about the Vines my opponent has in hand. That's about it. That's a very good draw. I'm going to put Strands on top. There's no reason to go for it that aggressively. I'm going to have more mana next turn. If he doesn't have Vines, I win right here, though. If he does, I lose is the problem. Like on the spot, it's safer to wait because that gives me extra time with a familiar and stuff. How kind of him. Taps out for me. It's pretty free to go for. Now it doesn't matter if he has the vines or not. We just win. Thank you for those follows. Let's see who it was. Felly Pauper and Saxor Sayatar. Thank you. And a subscription. Real nasty. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright. So this is how we kill. Make sure you click on the Mole Drifter first, so you put the Ghostly Flicker on top with Sanctuary before you draw your cards. That's important. If you mess that up, your combo ends if you don't have a second Flicker in hand. I do, but a lot of the times you don't. It's very important you do that. So then we're going to do this until we draw our crab, and then we're going to mill our opponent. I'll give you some emotes here in a second. That nasty. Kind of in the middle of comboing off. It's not. It's actually a fairly fast kill compared to like most combo kills in Pauper. It's still a little slow though, so I want to be ahead on clock if I can. Opponent seems to be finally figuring out how this works. He's like, oh wait, I'm dead. You'll see this a lot. They'll just pause when they realize it's infinite. Alright, let's give you some emotes now, nasty. Of course, second he passes priority. Thank you for the subscription. I do really appreciate it. Helps. The only reason I keep this evoke there is just in case I misclick priority. I think it should hit Ephemerate, but honestly this deck doesn't even use Ephemerate and I think it's busted, so I don't even know anymore. Like, I think this deck is really, really good. I could have won turn 5 infinite. Like, the turn 5 kill is really easy. I've gotten it more often than not. But if my opponent had interaction, I lose. So I decided to win on turn 6 through interaction. If he had it. He didn't, but if he had any, I would have won through it. Because I had the double flicker. I also had snap. If I didn't spend it on his dude, but he tapped out, so it's free. Eventually we'll draw what we need. Eventually. It likes to hang out in the bottom, so we might be here for a bit. But it's alright. It's no problem. Combo's fairly easy to execute, click-wise as well. Like, the real wall combo, you have to tap multiple lands. This one is just your Sanctuary, and you only have to double-click once. Some people do. Honestly, like, I don't even know anymore right now. So we bring in these boys, we bring in you. Don't really need the Cancrix kill. We don't need Reaping the Graves for sure. Cut the Analysis. And cut Cancrix. We don't need it to win anymore. It makes life really... It's okay, I guess. I don't hate it. I don't love it, though. Maybe just cut Wall. It's okay with Stonehorn, but if we have an infinite kill... Or Flicker. No way. Maybe it is Cancrix. Wow. Okay. Bye. Hand's good to me. I'm not going to preordain here because we have Sunscape. I might hold on to the Sunscape simply because I have 2 strands, though. We'll see how aggressive he is and how safe I feel playing a familiar out, because it's pretty high value. You don't want them to die just for free. How do you win with no Cancrix? You bounce your opponent's board. You don't deck. Mull Drifters beat them up. Like, you can snap infinitely. My man's good at drawing Burning Tree. Both games. Does he have double? Oh, he's a pro. Alright, we're in trouble now because we're on the draw. It's big trouble. And this is why Stompy is a tier 1 deck. Just casual 8 power on turn 2. So now we're basically going to have to say if you have Savage Swipe, you win this game. We don't really have a choice anymore. Like, before it was kind of like, okay, yeah, I can hold on to the Sunscape, but now I just can't. I lose if I don't, if I do. We have all our anti-aggro cards, but his draw is so good that it might not matter. Okay. I'm not going to block. I value the familiar on board. It just saves a lot of mana playing it on turn 2. Like, we can't just cantrip, say go. But we're not dying here. It's pretty safe. He doesn't have Vault Scourge out. We have all the time in the world now. Which is solid. We're going to have to beat his vines, though. He likes using them really aggressively. I liked it earlier if he used it more aggressively, but this one I don't know if I like the aggressive because it's lethal next turn. But I'm a flicker deck, so I want to hold on to vines as well. Alright. I can work with this. I'm surprised he kept that in against a snap deck. It's kind of greedy. He's getting rewarded for it, though. Because it's colorless. Which means if I would like to play the Stonehorn to start blocking the spawn as soon as possible. So I'm not taking damage on while still casting strands. We'll see if we can't find it. And next turn we can go Drifter and Flicker. His draw is insane. Like, if we beat this draw, I'm really happy. Because this is quite the nut draw from our Stompy opponent. We did draw double strands, though, so it's not like my draw is bad either. Even if he has the vines, we don't die on the spot, so this is okay to go for. And he has to choose which one to vine. Because he definitely has it. Like, rule 1 of playing Stompy, always have it. It goes after my Stonehorn, which means we're going to be playing strands. But I get to keep my Drifter, so I guess I'm okay with this. I'm going to play the Snow Covered in Preordain rather than Evolving Wilds. Actually, I lied. We're playing that Astro. Because I've got Double Faithful. And their Drifter's solid. Like, we're not in a bad spot at all. My opponent's draw is insane, but so is ours at this point. We're fully prepared for the matchup. Ooh, Vault Scourge. It's not a bad draw at all. We'll block with Stonehorn, and then flashback strands with Stonehorn. That's the follow-up. He's tapped out, or out of cards in hand, and tapped out. Don't over sideboard either. That's bad. Oh no, I lose an Astro. Oh. It's free to play now. It's not quite infinite, but it should be good enough for a while because it can just bounce here. Like, our draw step is always a fog now, but then we can also just flicker Drifter for extra cards until we find that second familiar and draw our entire deck. So that was a good showcase of the power level. We just destroyed Stompy. My man had double Burning Tree on the play and we won. That's insane. Goodness, I hate my back. Oh, that's better. This deck is definitely pretty busted. Because this land is busted. This deck is a ton of fun. I really like this deck. I need to get better at it. Like, in the challenge I went 5-2. I was unable to stream it for, I still really don't know why. OBS wasn't working or the Twitch server was down, one or the other. I haven't changed my settings in OBS and I'm streaming fine today, so who knows. But 5-2, I lost a burn round 1. You know, big shocker. Early burn beats me. And then round 7, I lost to Jeskai because I never saw Deep Analysis or Mole Drifter in the match. But other than that, I just demolished people. It's really, really powerful. Yeah, I tried to. I think it went live for like a few minutes, and then it just crashed. Tribe? The deck's dead. People are trying to keep it alive, and they're winning because people don't know how to play against Tribe anymore, but the deck itself is not that good. Solidly mediocre deck as far as Tribe is concerned. Yeah, this hand's fine. Probably go ahead and fetch an island first. I don't... Maybe I play Godfrow's first. We'll see what our opponent does. Ancient Den. Affinity. It's too weak. A good player can leverage it and win with it, but it's taking a knife to a gunfight in this metagame. Preordain. Must be a combo build. So less dudes and more instant kills, which means we want to find strands. Bonus draw is really good. as far as his mana base so far. If he's a combo build, this is exactly what you want. I'm going to Faithful Preordain. I don't want to play the Familiar. I would just, with Double Snap in hand, I kind of want to play it with Protection up because he has Galvs. So I might as well gain some life and dig for other lands. There's a good chance I play Mystic Sanctuary this turn, even if I find an island. Because it is still a land, and like it's unlikely I'm finding 2 more islands before I play this. I don't really need the untapped mana this turn. Like, I could play the second Faithful at best. Bottom. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and top it. We're actually not too far from the kill with that. I think it's worthwhile to pick it up, even though it's a little awkward right now. Opponent's start is scary. It's definitely got me worried here. He's got 4, 7 artifacts, 14, 15 damage from an ATOG. It's already almost lethal on turn 4. Probably like one next turn it's probably going to be staring lethal. So we have to be worried. Perilous Research? No. Okay. That's actually good for me because we're going to bounce it with a snap and play a Seagate afterwards. Like, we're going to go off here a tiny bit. Unless my opponent has Dispel, I guess, then it's going to be awkward. Because I'll miss my land drop. Like, right now we're going for the turn 5 kill because we have a Snow-Covered Plains. Oh, never mind. We get to snap it. Good. It's not a bad draw. Not the right matchup for it. At least not the right game. It's a little too fast-paced right now. I'm going to take the Strands and go value mode because it's really hard for him to kill me through his Strands. It might be incorrect, though. I really wanted to land. Because there's still 2 islands away from being able to present a kill with a second Familiar. Or Infinite Life. Kills my Familiar, that's fine. I took the Strand, so I basically committed to playing this slow game. I might actually just Strands next turn, we'll see. If he just keeps playing Gear Seekers. I don't know, this draw's really good. And the fact that it has so many artifacts, it's got me scared. I need land drops really badly. That's all I need right now. Or all I want right now compared to anything else. Looks good to me. I'm going to pass and go for the Strands. Flicker's probably the better play, block Flicker, but I want the Strands in my graveyard. Just so his ATOG combo isn't as threatening. He shouldn't counter it. At least not this one. I should probably turn off auto yields because I'll have flashback in the future. Save blue. I'm probably going to keep that in my graveyard until he presents an ATOG. That's lethal. Double Gear Seeker draw. That's actually really insane. They only run 3 or maybe 4 build, but between the threats he can draw, the Gear Seeker is actually the better threat. Between the 2 he can play. I need land drops still. Familiars are good though. Bottom, top. He might have a counter spell. Hey there, Terra. I'm betting he has Rebuke. He tanked pretty hard on this Prismatic Strands. Could be Dispel, but it's more likely to be Rebuke is my read. We're just going to take a hit. Maybe both from the Gear Seekers. I can chump block with the Seagate fairly free. Just go down the analysis plan. I'd like to keep my Nightscape. If he goes for a Galvanic Blast on it, I think we're at a high enough life total, I strands it. I'll have to make that choice now. Why is this draw so good? Man. Double Gal, double Gear Seeker. Scary. I really want to protect my dude. We're at 28. He's got 4, 8, 9. I'm going for it. I can't play too afraid. I really need to protect my familiars. I'm so close to a kill. We'll just chump block one of the Gear Seekers. Maybe both. Faithful's has kind of done its job. Kind of down for that. Is that 2 in hand now? Likely to be a fling or a TBR. Either way, a really scary draw. Right amount of pressure with the removal. Yeah, I'm leaning towards block. I'm too close to win. We'll just block with only Seagate. I think God Faithful's Pharaoh is, or God Pharaoh's Faithful still has value. Because I'm not dead to the flank if I just jump block here. I'm dead to like Battle Rage into ATOG flank, I guess. But I'm not going to respect the 3 combo with 3 in hand. Because he gouged my familiar and not my face. That means he doesn't have a combo kill. At least he's not staring at one without a top deck. Three. What is this? Muddle. Ooh. Goes for the ATOG. That's fine. Tap's low enough. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's a kill yet. I should float a mana first. Thankfully, Faithfuls are there. I'm doing this just to play around the Battle Rage. I'm 1 familiar away from infinite life. Actually, 1 island and 1 familiar. I'm a big liar. Forgot. I'm short on Mystic Sanctuary islands. It's another chump blocker. Kind of down for the tap out. I think I'd rather deep analysis first, though. There we go. Now I'm just 1 familiar from a kill. Or at least an attempt on a kill. I'm feeling pretty safe at 28. Bam. Because his hand is ATOG Mystery, right? I can chump this turn. Or you can make unblockable, but that's his entire turn. Draws a land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. I don't need the second Faithful anymore. It's done its job. I just got to make sure I'm not getting randomly killed now that we have a good combo in hand. We have the double flicker too, so it's fairly well protected. That's fine. We don't care anymore. 1 in hand. I don't think a 1 card can actually beat this anymore. I'm pretty sure we just have the win. Stefan, thank you. $16, 17, plus 6, 23. So if I did take a hit from the Gear Seeker, I died, huh? Wow. Oh, that'll make life way easier. I think I still present the Drifter kill. Actually, no. I play the Kankrux. No, we present Drifter. Because if he has Metallic Rebuke, I want this to get countered. Because then I just, kill him. But this way his double flicker still works. I might be able to bait a fling out of him on my Mole Drifter. And this is why the combo is so powerful. It just requires a land. Like, look at how mana efficient this is. It's way better than Wall. This is also infinite life, but we're just going to mill him out. I just want to make sure I can present the combo. Like, if this goes through without anything, he obviously has something. So I'm trying to bait it out first. Because I have the second flicker in hand. Top deck Galv would be annoying. I'm expecting a fling though. Cute. Top deck Galv is so insane. My man's good at Magic. Triple Galv. Best card in the matchup for him once he has pressure. We're just using the flicker as a dispel here. So now even if he has Fling when the dust settles, we're still in a fantastic spot. And are going to be able to present lethal next turn without dying to the ATOG. Because he has to use his Fling here or Muddle if he has it, whatever it is. Wow, his draw is insane. Alright, we're still fine though, thankfully. But really good draw from the opponent here. If I play Kankrux, I think I'm actually interested in still blocking the ATOG and making sure he can't top deck Fling to end the game. Basically Kankrux or Preordain. I'm just going to play Kankrux, it's free. If he kills it, I just have to keep comboing until I find Reaping. Because that one was protecting my familiar. He wanted to kill my familiar. Because I still flicker Sanctuary. Well, I guess if he counters that. But he was more interested in killing familiars than anything else. So we'll block here. We'll block here. Do we block here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21. I am fine. Nothing. I just need more mana. I need the flicker to cost 1. Alright, he's dead. I can win with Wall by flickering Wall and Island, or I can win by flickering Astrolabe and Sanctuary once I have the 1 mana flicker. So this is how we actually kill them once we draw the Cancrix. You flicker your Astro. And you set it up like this. So that's how you set up your stack. Make sure your Astro is, you click on your Astro trigger to make sure you draw after Sanctuary puts on top. Save targets, always yes, always yield. And if he's smart, I'll concede here before I see his entire deck. Because the kill's actually not that slow. Yeah, it's just no permanent. That's why I have Astrolabe over the 2/3 that has blue creature ETB. It's just better before you're actually killing them, being cheaper and all. And it mills yourself for when you off your snowlands to draw a deep analysis as well. Before you're killing them. This is a really good draw. Happy we beat it. Can't believe he's just letting me go through it. He's not even going to get to untap. We'll deep analysis him. Navigator's Compass. It's one of those builds. Yeah. There's a reason that every single deck I've played since it's been out has had this land in it. It's insane. It's so busted. Like, this combo is so easy to assemble. And even when you don't assemble it, the deck is still really just powerful. There's the fling. It's taken him a while. Ooh, main deck Giga Draw is spicy. Almost there. 6 left. 2 fling, 1 TBR. I want to get the exact count. Like, it's so nice of him to give us the exact count of cards in his deck. It's very kind. I appreciate it. About what I expected, though. I would have expected more flings. I've only seen 2. 2 flings and 2 muddles. I don't like that. Oh well. Seems low. He's dead. Alright, so I probably want Blue Blast. I think Faithful is still fine. I have no idea what I want to cut. Wall. It's not that great in this matchup. I kind of like the 3 analysis. I think maybe 2 is correct, but no lower. Reaping is kind of interesting. I don't know how fast my dudes are going to die. Like, he'll have 4 Gal for my dudes, but that's kind of it. So I'm almost inclined to cut the Reaping. I'm kind of down. And that just gives me... That's enough, like 2 strands and stuff. Standard Bear. That's the biggest reason why. It's not really a big difference. I think it's a price thing. I don't remember why I have them. It doesn't really matter, though. I don't care enough to change it up, basically. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and ship this. I think we want to keep the Faithfuls just to buy time. Like between Snap and Faithfuls and top of our card draw. Because these are going to be a bit more interactive post-board with pyros and stuff. Which makes me kind of want to do that. Bam. Maybe cut a flicker. It looks like I'm too... No, I'm not. Good. I've never had an issue with Storm Count for Reaping. And almost, so far, just about every matchup where I bring in this card, I cut Reaping anyways. Like, occasionally I'll have both against Jeskai. But, no. I think I'm more likely to run into Standard Bearers. Because people miss sideboard, but also they're like, oh no, snap. It's not really a big deal either way, though. I don't care enough to change it up. I think 3 Prismatic Strands is too many. It's pretty expensive. It's kind of hard to keep up. Yeah, only 3 snaps. It's a lot less good without bounce lands. It's still strong, but it's nowhere... It's like not insane. I think 2nd Strands is better than the 4th Snap, as well as 4th Faithful being better than the 4th Snap. Early Cancrix. A little awkward. I guess we'll just mill ourselves. Definitely keep. Solid hand. I'll probably play out the Familiar fairly aggressively on 2. Matchup goes long, so I don't really mind getting the planes off the wilds. Means I can't kill until turn 5 at the earliest, but that's fine. Let's hope our opponent doesn't draw triple Galv again. I can't believe I'm winning these games. My opponent's draws are gas every game. Double Burning Tree on the play, triple Galv with the 2 5/6s instead of ATOGs. ATOGs are a whole lot easier to ignore when we have a double Faithful draw. That was a good draw. I just want to demolish my opponents thoroughly on a weak draw. That's all I want with this deck. If I'm winning with strong draws, imagine how busted this looks when my opponent stumbles. The answer is they kill him on turn 5. The sand is average, yeah. I don't know. Cancrix is awkward. It's a little too reactive now, especially with the 2nd blast. I'm strongly considering getting an island now and just cantripping, but my opponent mulled really low, so I kind of just want to play this Familiar out early to get the mana reduction as soon as possible. Let's see what we draw here. Oh yeah, I'm down. If he wants to Galv it, he has to take the turn off instead of playing like Thought Cast, of course. I'll always have it. Okay. Means he doesn't have it. Otherwise he'd snap it off on the Familiar. I'm gonna mill myself with my Cancrix. It's definitely worth it. Or we'll just play Deep Analysis now. It's just better. What's the 3rd island? It sounds solid. It's a little weak to the 5/6 though. But ATOG is no longer a concern. Just kind of the scarier part of the deck. As well as Red Blasts and Galvs. Like, we're looking good. We still need a lot of cards, but we get to see a lot of cards. So we're kind of in a great spot. We'll leave the next turn with Pyridane. This is kind of my opponent's last chance to go ahead and kill my familiar. After this, I'm probably going to leave up interaction. I almost want him to play an ATOG. Yeah. There we go. I don't think I'm going to snap it. I'll save snap for my own stuff. See if he has interaction. I'll sack his Wellspring. Dispel. There it is. Yeah, it's fine. I'm actually gonna peered in over analysis. It's a lot of lands. We're flooded hard. And none of them are the lands I want, but that's okay. Need Flicker and Sanctuary. And we win. We're very likely to win next turn. We're also almost dead to ATOG Flaying. Found the second ATOG. That'd be annoying if I just die right here. I'd be kind of tilted. Because we whiffed too hard. Actually, we didn't even whiff that hard. It would just be his draw being really insane if he has it. I think he does. It's kind of insane. You know, 2 of Fling. We know it's a 2 of now. Exactly lethal. I don't regret going for the deep analysis though. I'll go for that every time. This draw was just good. And to be fair, if we got on tap, he's very likely to just die. We're so close to a kill. But, you know, opponent skilled. Drew very well on a low mole. It's fine. So we have 4 Faithful post-board. It's the best way to keep ATOG under control. No, we just need the 3 Hydros. You don't want to overboard. Faithful is just better than Dispel. This is a really weird hand, and I'm not sure if I should keep it or not. It has the familiar, but it's like we have to get the plains and we play Swamp. It's super awkward, but I think I'm going to keep it. Because this deck top decks fairly well. Your mana is the most important thing in an opening hand. Let's hope our opponent doesn't nut draw us again. I might just forgo playing the familiar and just start milling myself with Cankirks to start drawing cards. What are the odds it's in my opening hand both times? Like, this is the actual worst card in the deck more often than not. For obvious reasons. You never want to see it in your opener. But you gotta kill them somehow. Lucky, unlucky. If I'm not careful, I'll have to stop milling myself because I'll be out of sanctuaries. Oh, of course he has Serpent this game. Oh my god. I hate him so much right now. And 2. Star. We're actually one familiar away from being almost a kill. I guess I need an Astro too. We're in a good spot. We're gonna have to take damage here though. I don't want to chomp, not yet. Let's hope his draw doesn't or isn't as insane as the last few games have been. That's a good start for him. All right, 15. Well, his draw is kind of insane up to this point. Jeez. Do I hold up Flicker? No, I need Mold Drifter. I'm not flashing that back because I'm too close to dead. I'm out of land drops. Bottom. I'm just going for the kill now. If I untap, I win. So that's nice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8, 16, 17. Cast an artifact and I die, or Galvan, I die. Ugh, why does this draw have to be so gross? See if he wants to sack to kill my Cancrix. I'll have to get creative in how I win. If he does, I should still be able to win. It's just going to be a lot harder. He's going for it. Am I dead? Guess not. Let's see if he has the Red Blast. Actually, wait. I can play around the Red Blast, kind of. Yeah, no, I just win here. And by win, I mean I infinite. It's not an actual kill because he got rid of my Cancrix, but I can bounce his dudes and get a very hard soft lock. Infinite life and all. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't even kill if I do go for the deep analysis. So we're going to draw our deck. We're going to Hydra this and snap the other two. And then pass the turn. Because that's all I'll be able to do. Gain a bunch of life too. We're going to draw the Hydro first. Play around Red Blast. We get the win. Thank goodness. Thought he was gonna kill me. This draw was so scary. Didn't have the... I guess it would have been a 3 of this time around. But next turn we'll be able to play a second Sanctuary and actually get the bounce your entire board combo. And that's why we put the card on top and drew first, because step 1 to playing decks like these, always have it. Unfortunately, it's not a kill. It's just my entire deck. And I can't find a kill with what I have, at least. But I can get pretty darn close to it. My opponent's also about to time out. That's what I get for cutting Reaping the Graves and losing my Cancrix early, but it's whatever. Eventually we'll draw snaps and stuff. I don't have to worry about decking. There's the second Sanctuary for when I am ready to pass the turn. But I gotta draw 2 snaps and a Hydro first. There's one. I'll speed up the life gain. Don't misclick. It's changed position because I played a 4th creature. My hands are frosty. It's cold. Where are you, Snap and Hydro? There should be more somewhere. $19 cards left for a 4 of. 2 of each are left. There we go. Now we draw the other blue blast, discard a bunch of cards and have strands up. ×2. This also works. I just want to stop at this point, so I can pass the turn. Because I'm going to have to kill him the old-fashioned way. I do have infinite spells, though, once we untap. It just requires the second Sanctuary. What does that mean? You know what, we'll look it up. It's fine. Yes, I can loot deep analysis on my opponent, but he's got mana up. It's just faster to beat him up with Maul Drifters. Because that way we only need to snap one or two times in a turn and smack him for a bunch of damage. He's also just going to time out at this point. First, we will get the other flicker. I mean, he is playing combo as well. We're both combo decks. Sure. He really just wants to waste my time, I guess. That does actual nothing right here. Thank you. His draws are strong, too. Game 3 wasn't a nut draw, though. It was just a really strong one. I'm salty about Game 2, though. He stole it. Barely. I think he was really greedy with the fling count in his deck. It was too low to have it consistently in the early game. He's just going to have an ATOG and no fling way too often. So that's what happened when you don't concede to the Cancrix combo and you let me mill you. I get to see how greedy you are. Three games in a row. This hand might actually be a mulligan. It's got no colored mana. It's got no familiars. It's Preordained, Drifter, Strands. I'm actually going to mulligan. Ew. Why? This hand is probably as bad, maybe worse. I don't know. It's gross. 3 tap lands. I guess it's not that bad. Wilds for the Swamp, Ash Barrens for Island, then Preordain, and Familiar Sanctuary. Slow. Sorry if this is burn. Okay, good. I don't know if I can beat burn with a hand this mediocre. That's actually a great draw. I like my Jeskai matchup. It really depends on which one, though. I think the Spell Surge right build can be a little rough because they counter my Preordains. It's just kind of annoying. Ooh. I bet you this is a brainstorm for a second land. Let's see if he's locked. Do we get a free win? I'd love a free win. Alright. Alright. Ideal draw is just a basic island off the top. Yeah, we beat Jeskai. This card's just insane versus them. And then, like, you trade off familiars and you reap in the graves late game. I was able to beat the double Ephemerate lock with Archaeomancer 7 turns later. I'm just digging for lands. I don't really care for snap in this matchup. We jam. Trade resources. We do really, really want a 4th land. Like, this hand is beyond awkward. Scred's fine. Probably has counterspell too. Land's the best draw in our deck. He's doing a pretty good job of top decking lands as well. He mulled low and he had to dig hard. That's a good draw. Pressure. Doesn't replay it though. It's better than Evoking Drifter. It's gotta be a spell search, right? Oh, missed land drop. Yep. He's drawn more lands than I have. Unfortunate. It's kind of how the early game goes. Yes. Until you draw like this. Then it gets awkward. This draw is starting to look like hot garbage. That's kind of what it is. Just going to have to hope he doesn't find Drift or Ephemerate. If he does, we lose before we find our lands. Land drops are the most important thing for us in this matchup, so when we fail to find them so early, and we're staring at a handful of all of our expensive cards, it gets mad awkward. I hate this play. Why? There's no justice. I bet you he won't get punished. Oh yeah, he's not getting punished. Does he have double counterspell? Okay, thank goodness. Wow. Horrible RNG. We're gonna actually... I don't know what I want to discard. It's close. Probably Deep Analysis so I can go Fam Analysis, but I'm under pressure from the Skyfisher. Land drops are killing me because I'm not going to be able to combo off for a few more turns as well. My opponent drew double Chancery. We lost to ourselves more than our opponent. I'm not playing it out. Doesn't happen very often. This is a journey build. He probably also has the other stuff. It's basically, do I want Strands or do I want Faithfuls? I'm kind of down for Strands. Let's go 1 Strands, 2 Faithful. If we're on the draw, I might keep that. Too few lands though. This is better. gonna get rid of Dispel. I actually really like Faithful in this matchup. At least as a 1 or 2 of on board. It's a good draw. We'll play the Astro first, see what I find. I might just play Sanctuary, we'll see. Because I want to play turn 3, Oracle. It's going to get an island, early Sanctuary activated. This draw is so much better than the last games. It's playable. Early Sanctuaries. I do apologize for the background noise. There's nothing I can do about it. I've tried. Any cantrip, like really any spell. Putting back a cantrip is perfectly fine if you have the time to go for it. I really wish opponent would play faster. Periodin's better than Seagate Oracle because I already have another in hand. And Sanctuary. If my opponent leaves up mana, I probably respect Spellstutter Sprite. He made it pretty obvious he's on it last game because he held up. He decided to not play Astro when his mana base was Mountain Island. It's a pretty obvious Spellstutter Sprite deck. What does he want to play here? It's worth playing an Ash Barrens for. Skyfish. Scred my Seagate Oracle. And we lost to this guy last game. Oh my god. We're going to play a Period. There's no rush to kill in this matchup. It goes long. Still want the Period on top. I still like playing the Familiars aggressively simply because Reaping to the Graves is a card we run. Why? It's super free. It represents life points as well as just an extra scry. If my opponent decides to pass, we get free dudes instead. Like, it's not at the point where I'm just so low on spells. It's either Preordain or nothing. I would love to draw a Preordain. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Bottom, top. I'm not going to put on top at this point, though. Because now I don't have enough spells to go ahead and initiate a fight over a Spellstutter Sprite. Deep Analysis is what we want. I guess if my opponent taps out and we draw a Flicker, that's pretty cool too. But that's very unlikely. Okay. Flicker and we win. guess I don't need to win right here. Drew Dispel. Because I have Reaping, I'm doing that. All 3 Sanctuaries early is pretty wild. Shame I only had the Preordain to put on top, though. Now we should just be able to outvalue our opponent whether we find the combo or not with this Reaping the Graves. We'll lead on Preordain on purpose. It's likely to get countered, and that's fine. We're going to evoke Drifter. Oh, I don't need more familiars. I do want more drifters though. I don't think I fight with Dispel anymore now that I drew the second drifter. I think it's just more like better to evoke again. Because I only have 3 afterwards. Hey there, Zarden. Zardian. Sorry. I'll fight. I'm doing pretty good. If I win this fight, this is free, because he didn't have Spell Search right on my Preordain. And let's drown him in value. This is what you get for skirting a Seagate Oracle. Sure. Well, let's see if we can't find a flicker. In this game, maybe. But overall in the matchup, it's fine. Like, I've played 1 deep analysis here, and we run 4 copies. Like, you can just overcome the Ephemerate card advantage. My opponent's not really pressuring me. It's actually a lot better than you'd think. Oh, he's dead. Took me a bit. But yeah, when an opponent misplays, it's all you have to do is not have a bad draw like we did game 1 and you just win. I think I clicked on the wrong land. Oh well, it's fine. I'll just float. No, it's not that bad. You're just really good at presenting lethal all the time and just overwhelming their card advantage. I expected to see Glint Hawks and stuff because of the I don't know if I want it. It might just be worse than a Faithful. I still like Strands. It's Echoing Truth I'm always uncertain on. go 3 Flicker. He seemed low pressure. And my biggest issue is the first half is way too expensive for my taste. Between Faithful and him. Let's go Faithful. And the draw is so expensive. Snow Crab. It's better before you're killing, and when you're killing, it doesn't matter. Yes, but it's pretty easy to generate mana on the combo turn. You have Snap as well as just extra flickers. The hand's fine. 2 Astros, 3 Island Sanctuary. It's kind of great, actually. It's just a little uncertain because it doesn't really have much actually in the hand. It's a good draw. I don't know how I feel about this Brainstorm. We'll see what he does on upkeep. If he upkeep shuffles, I like it a bit more. If he doesn't, I'm confused. It's a good draw. I might not want to play Astro on 2. Okay. Sure. Yep. Get the tap lines out of the way. It's tempting to play the Astro, but I think I can hold on to it if I need to. If he keeps mana up. I think Deep Analysis is just like super insane against Jeskai. And it's probably incorrect to have 0 copies. If my opponent's going to leave up a bunch of mana, he's going to jam Oracle. If he wants to answer it, that's fine. Does he feel scred it? Oh, he did. He bolted it. Perfect. I actually want wall here. This just goes to show how like ridiculously strong Jeskai is. You can play like this and still have a decent win rate. And because you have such a good win rate, you don't learn from those mistakes. Okay, now it's slightly less fantastic. I'm going to play the Familiar out. If he counters it, it's fine. If he doesn't, I just pass. Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I'm tempted to just go for the Dispel, but I think I hold on to it. This will actually get a plane. No, I don't need more than 2 planes in a turn. It's fine. He's going for it. We'll fight. If he has Dispel or Pyro, I'm sad. Or not. Oh, I misclicked. It's a very good draw. Can force a fight. Sprite check. I don't think I can avoid it. It's going all right. It's not necessary. Okay. You know what I really want? Preordain or any spell that's not Dispel. Double Wall Sanctuary. Yep. I lost to this. I basically lost to someone playing like this round 7 yesterday. I've kind of had my fill. My draws were... I didn't see a single Muldrift or Deep Analysis the entire match. So I lost to a guy playing like that. Ah, you have it now. Yeah, you get me. He disconnected. He made a proper play, and he disconnected. I might be a little too mean. But that's pretty funny. Look what happens when you play properly. He's just trying to not disconnect. It all makes sense. No, we'll wait for him. Yeah, Stutter's really rough against cantrips. I'm pretty sure I just jam wall. It doesn't matter if it resolves or not. I'm going to jam wall without playing Sanctuary. Actually, no, I do play Sanctuary. I really don't want to put Preordain on top. Not with the Spell Source Sprite already developed. I don't want to fight over Ephemerate on Sprite yet. I'll probably Dispel if he tries to counter my wall. Just to start fighting. Because he hasn't really given me good fights yet. Scred on a familiar is like as good as it's gotten. I think I blew up, but it wasn't worth fighting over. Ah, he's back. No. Oh yeah, this deck's gas without him, right? Oh, he's going for it. Cool. I think I still want Preordain. Oh, I should have attacked into him with my mana up. There's a good chance he actually blocks. Yeah, with double Dispel, we're definitely jamming into this. Ephemerate we can fight over. Second Sprite and I cry, though. Boop. Negate? I don't really value Dispel too highly. Not with a position like this, at least. Like, if I can Preordain into Deep Analysis, this fight's totally worth it. If he Spell Source Sprites me, I'd get kind of screwed, though. Just why I like fighting aggressively, give him less time to draw into it. I didn't, actually. I'm gonna bottom. I don't need any of those. Apparently I do. I don't want to play it. I think it's correct, too. Like, this is how you lose to Jeskai. You just never see Muldrifter or Deep Analysis, and it gets mad awkward. Like, we're drawing Tornado if he's drawing your 4 Muldrifters, so if he finds Muldrifter first, it's unfortunate for us, and we probably lose. We'll see, though. Ghostly Flicker is insane. He found Arc. with a fem. But he doesn't grab a fem. Okay. Bait. Counterspell. With Dispel in hand, he didn't go for a fem. Okay. Well, hold on to this. It's got to be a threat. I can't just jam it into the counterspell and win. I would love to, though. Top deck's Muldrifter. Legend. Man, he's playing like this, and he's actually still kind of doing fantastic. He drew Muldrifter Arc first. I haven't seen any. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose if I don't find them soon. We're pretty far in our deck for our 8 of, but kind of struggling here. Still correct to play the lands out, even though it's awkward showing them. The Jeskai matchup is pretty much, do you draw Deep Analysis and Muldrifter? If not, you probably do lose. Whoever draws more wins, but we have more in our deck, so we're more likely to. Don't question the man. He knows what he's doing. Let's see if he counters it. It's juicy. It's a win con. That's how I kill you. You have to counter it. Darn. I was hoping. Yeah, this is... If you would like a recreation of my round 7 against Jeskai yesterday in the challenge, this is it. 35 cards left in my deck. Haven't found Drifter or Deep Analysis. And at this point, Drifter's probably still good, but it might have to be Deep Analysis now. Skyfisher's fine. Okay. Two mysteries in hand. I'm going to call him on it. I flickered the wrong permanent, but he counters anyways. That happens. Let's see how lucky he is. Mystery in hand. Luckier than I am. Now he plays properly. This is why you have 4 Deep Analysis. Thanks. We're going to lose to this guy. He screds my Seagate Oracle and burns my Nightscape Familiar when I have 2 mana up. I'm so salty right now. I'm 3-0. Ah, Top deck more counters too. 0 deep analysis. Drifter showed up late. The draws were not great. Let's see if he's smart and actually goes for lethal. You can figure it out. Hard math. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Alright, so this is going to be the spot where I top deck deep analysis and go off and win. If he doesn't realize he has lethal. Let's go. He's thinking hard. Ephemerate Archaeomancer. And grabs counter spell. Ooh, better lucky than good. Our draws were pretty bad. Pretty salty. Brainstorm's turn 1 without a shuffle. Bolts my Seagate Oracle. But draws Muldrifter, Ephemerate, and Archaeomancer before I see Muldrifter or Deep Analysis. So he gets the win, because that's how skill works. Ugh. This is why I hate Ephemerate and why I took my break from Magic. Skill is a non-factor way too often. But this deck is fun enough. I'm probably going to stay for a while. Okay. Why does this keep showing up in my opening hand? It is a one of. I was too. I still do alright, but nowhere near as good. Like, even Carves is playing Jeskai. That's when you know something's going wrong. But one more week, 7 more days or so. I don't remember the exact date of it. I know it's early in October, though. Oh. Look at me. Big brain. I can't believe I lost that last game. It's gonna haunt me for the rest of this stream. I enjoyed the Delver meta, not the blue-black, but... Well, I did enjoy the blue-black, but it was unhealthy. If I didn't draw the Nightscape, I think I played Mystic. Shows up in my opening hand way too often. Do with it what you will. Still jam it every time. Ooh, just hits the table, sure. Screw it. Let's show him who's boss. Bam! Ephemerate's a problem. Stonehorn not so much. I'll see your Seagate Oracle and raise you a Seagate Oracle. And hopefully find a land drop. Or deep analysis. I'll probably... I'll tank on that if I find it. Yeah, land drop. Not a good land drop, but still a land drop. Does he have Ephemerate? Cars is a pretty good Magic player. He probably does. Oh, yeah. Gotta have it. It's just how it works. He has Dispel, too? Of course he does. Why not? It's like a 1 or 2 of. Play around the Scred on my Seagate Oracle and I try and go for a Flicker, get hit by Dispel. I'm not having a good time against Jeskai. They're just showing their skill against me. This hand's fine as long as I draw a deep analysis, but when you draw multiple God Pharaohs, I don't like that play. I guess he's going to have to discard if he doesn't. I like that a bit more then, but still don't really like it. This matchup comes down to one thing and one thing only. Do I draw deep analysis with my God Pharaohs? If not, God Pharaohs is just bad. If so, God Pharaohs is fantastic. Because I have the time to play the deep analysis. But we're going to lose this game pretty hard because he drew Drifter Ephemerate before we were able to set up. Like we drew 3 out of, what, 5 mediocre cards because there's the other 2 Faithfuls. Oh, Zaf, more gifts. Thank you. If we don't top deck deep analysis, I'll go ahead and concede. It's not worth playing it out. His draw's insane. Mainly that Dispel was so brutal. The fact that he just had Dispel there is kind of insane. See if he counters it or not. Try and pull out a win like this. Yeah, Car's kind of nut drawed us. He's definitely a more controlling build, so we're going to go down very, very low on these effects. Maybe even lower, because I want Hydro or Blue Elemental. I almost want to go down to 0, but I think that's too greedy with 4 deeps. Stonehorn is not what's keeping red deck wins down. This hand does nothing. 2 flickers, 2 dispels. It's gross. If we can hit our land drops, this hand's good. Problem is hitting our land drops. You definitely want 4 deep. It's how you beat Jeskai. This card says do well against target Jeskai player. That's also fantastic versus Tron. But Tron is just kind of a great matchup in general. We are preordaining, man. I'll top. If he taps low, I'll just evoke a Drifter for 2 cards rather than preordain. But if he doesn't, he probably has a Pyro or plays an Astro. We'll see. I wouldn't mind playing a Familiar either. But I'll respect the Pyro because we have double preordain in hand. That worries me. That means his hand is stacked on card advantage. I need lands pretty badly. If I top these, that means I'm doing that next turn. I don't like that very much. I'd rather just get to 4 mana first. Augur and Seagate, huh? Probably no Skyfisher then. Probably no Spell Stutter either. Counterspell in hand. I don't care if he bolts a God Pharaohs. I want a Blue Blast over the Dispel is awkward. We're just gonna have to jam with 4 Drifters in hand. And hope he doesn't have like a Fem follow-up that's really insane. But I'm betting he's on 4 Ephemerate with the way his creature base is looking. We can keep up with him now that we drew a second deep, though. I don't have to worry about him going Drifter, Fem, Pyro as badly. Like I said, this is all you want against Jeskai. It's so good. Archaeomancer's fine. Hardcast Muldrifter's fine too. I'd like more lands. That would be nice. I already have 3 islands. I want to sneak that under counter magic if I can. Force him to have Scred and stuff with his a single mountain because he hasn't found any Astros yet. Cool. Open my mouth. And the second mountain too. Why not? Alright, that's fine. It's not really the end of the world. Just really annoying. Is it 2 in hand though? Not too bad. It's not a good draw. Lands, yeah. I should have played Cancrix first. Oh well. It's like 0-4 that blocks his dudes. It's not like Core would have done a whole lot. That's why we keep in Faithful. It gains a lot of life over the course of a game. I kind of like no core. It means you don't have to rely on having an Astrolabe on board. Like, if all you care about is ephemerate your permanents, why are you playing a card that relies so heavily on Astrolabe being on board when you can just play a dude that finds ephemerate or finds Archaeomancer or Drifter? Classic. Little Sanctuary right away. Start playing Drifters. There's still a lot of FAMs left in my deck, as well as 2 more Sanctuaries. Like, we're in a pretty decent spot with this many Dispels. It's going to be hard for cards to fight efficiently. Or win a fight. I don't know how I feel about him skirting my Drifter here. I'm pretty sure I let it happen, but... Actually, I might just fight on purpose, because if he values doing it, I kind of want to trade resources with the amount of card advantage I have in hand. It's less about I care about the bolt, and more I just want to trade resources. So let's go ahead and fight. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to let the second one happen. I don't want to just tap out too low. If he had counter magic, he would have gone for it on my Drifter when I played it. But I want to respect an ephemerate off the top. I just don't want to, like, have this blue blast rot after he's played 2 pyros. Oh, he has it. No, we weren't winning that fight anyways. It's not the end of the world. It's just really annoying. I dig it. It's back Pyro. I thought about it, but I'd rather have Flicker for combo stuff. Here he drew it off the Astro, so let's mill ourselves for deep analysis. Get back to Dispel. I should have played Faithful first. For some reason, I didn't think I had enough mana. Misplay on my part for a few life points. No flickers yet. Wait, I meant to dispel that. Whoops. Giant punt. That's your Archaeomancer follow-up. Yeah. Oh. Of course. Why not? They always have stuff like that. I don't respect Sandstorm. I don't think it's good, but it does destroy our deck in particular. Let's see if we can't find Reaping the Graves finally. Got punished for playing the Faithful out. I'll still do that every time, though. It's a very good draw. I want to hold up this spell. Hit rate seems really low in his deck. I guess he set this one up with Ponder, but still. He's got the 4 Astros and he has a lot of creatures. Seems like a low count. That's cute. Finally found the Archaeomancer. Ooh, another Muldrifter. We're pretty close to a kill. We haven't seen any Sanctuaries. Like, we've milled a Sanctuary, but we haven't seen any Sanctuaries or Flickers, though, so it's a little awkward. I'm actually going to block here, because the game's so close to over. I don't think my life losing, like... That was a good play. Still correct, too. Okay. It's correct. Okay. That's a win. Unfortunately, we know exactly where Reaping is. It's on the bottom of our deck. I hope we have enough mana to fight over everything he does. I guess there's a third Flicker still floating around, so yeah, we definitely do. All our combo pieces are on the bottom this game, so it ended up becoming really grindy. I think the kill out of nowhere part of this deck is actually just the most insane thing ever. Like, this game was grindy and my opponent's super far ahead, and then suddenly I just win. Should be this card. It might be the next one. I don't remember. Next one, because we know the bottom of our library, I think. Or not. Surely this one. And make sure our opponent can't like have a pyro and get us because we're too low on mana. Now we play the crab, use a flicker, with dispel back up. All right, on the draw this game. We know our opponent... Well, the kill's actually pretty quick. He didn't want me to see his deck. But yes, he is a good guy. Do I want to cut Faithful? For more blue blasts, basically. I really want to. I'm just worried I'm going to die to random pressure. Especially on the draw. It's those Mole Drifters, man. I think it's correct to have the 2 Faithfuls still. I did see Swirling Sandstorm. I'm going to go 3-2 split. No, I had a second flicker. And it's pretty hard to misclick because it makes you confirm the click with Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, yeah, this is a keep. It's got Reaping in the opening hand. It's also got a Familiar, so it's good mana. It's kind of awkward if we don't draw a land and he kills our Familiar or counters it. We'll see if we draw a land or not. Because lands are all this hand needs to get going. Until then, it's kind of slow. Pew. Well, he's got 100% hit rate so far. I don't think he has too many targets, though. Oh. 2 matches against Jeskai. This is kind of annoying. Because Jeskai doesn't run too many more lands than we do. They do have bounce lands, but still, they don't run a whole lot of lands. Kind of annoying when we just lose to the land drops. I don't think bounce lands are worth it. Because you keep a lot of one-landers with preordains and stuff. Okay. Can still play Magic. Yeah, I like the aggressive counter here. If he has Drifter Ephemerate, we do lose. Just kind of how it works in the early game. If they have the combo piece when we stumble, it's super brutal. If they don't, we can come back. Double Boilerworks draw. Yeah, it's still 19 lands, but... I'm missing land drops. I'm tapping out for that Familiar 100% of the time. What do you want me to do? Make him have it. Oh. 100% hit rate still. You know, with Seagate Oracle, Mole Drifter, and Archaeomancer in this deck. Kind of annoying. Really shouldn't be this high. But he's getting pretty lucky. I think it's high enough that I do like the Augur, but it's also high enough chance to miss that he shouldn't be hitting 100% of the time like he has so far. Finally misses. Took him like what, I guess one was set up to 1, 4, 5 Augur hits, and he misses 1. It's likely he has around 20 something spells, maybe less. He's got a lot of lands. His deck seems to be more controlling. Prohibit. Wow. Yeah, we're going to lose this game without casting anything because we're too slow here. Our draw is bad. His draw is insane. Thank you for that follow. There's the Archaeomancer. This land drops for too long. It's just how you lose against Jeskai, is they have a good hand and you miss land drops. And Carves' build is a lot more, it's better against us because it finds spells way more consistently. We'll go ahead and do another league. The previous Jeskai opponent we just got pretty unlucky against. Because he played horribly and had no right winning. But you play out your familiars really aggressively in most matchups simply because you're on Reaping the Graves. Yeah, which I think is correct. But his list is just better at finding his pyros and stuff. So if I stumble like I did that game, I just lose instead of being able to come back because he's so efficient at punishing with the Ephemerites. Ephemerites are really, really dumb card. No, you never wait, especially with Reaping the Graves in your hand. You have so many expensive spells that you're going to be wasting your mana way too often by holding on to familiars. It's pretty rare you just hold on to them. It's just usually worth it to play them out. If they die, that's fine. If they don't die, you usually just end up winning off them. Because it's pretty hard to get enough spells in a turn to make it worthwhile to play and cast in the same turn. Like, you just want to be efficient and get it back with Reaping later. Because you're tapping out just about every single turn, ideally. Seems reasonable to me. Astrolabe is the net draw. Fetch is fine too, I guess. Basically playing the Faithful makes his hand a bit better. We don't know what we're up against, but the triple Oracle's solid. Not a little slow. Of course. It's burn. Most likely. The second the words, "this hand is a little slow," came out of my mouth, my opponent was suddenly playing a burn deck. He blanked and his Jeskai deck turned into burn. That's how my RNG works. Oh, his hand's insane because he's got multiple thermos. That's why he held. Yeah. And we're doing nothing. Ooh. I expect people to not play a bad deck. Burn is dead. But we also lost to it round 1 yesterday. And then they went 2-4. I'm just going to concede. This game is over. Our hand doesn't beat Burn. Okay, now that that's done with, I don't need Cancrix to win. Because believe it or not, Burn is a good matchup for us because of the amount of hate we have that's just coincidental. The only issue is I'm pretty bad at drawing it consistently, despite there being a lot. I think we're just going to develop the Astro now. We take some damage from exactly Lava Runner, but I need to just develop them while I can, so I can hold up later. Because it lets me get islands earlier. Just put Hydro or Blue Elemental. They definitely think we're on Jeskai. Why do I open my mouth, man? That's fine. I think we remove it rather than take 2 more. I don't think I play the fam out. See if our opponent has... Of course he does. Oh my god. This is why I can't beat Burn. Their draws are always so good. Oh, 3 of the best things in his deck against me. I guess he's on extra copies, but still, gross. At this point, I just have to hope he doesn't have more. This was a fantastic draw. Like, that's probably the only way I'm staying in this game is drawing Blue Blast off the top. Because this draw is terrifying. Is he going to Fire Blast me? 5 me to the face? Oof. If I have another land in hand, I don't hate it. That's expected. Yep. So we can hold up Dispel now. If he draws a sorcery, we die. If not, we can untap, play Familiar, block. Maybe stabilize. Probably losing to this insane draw, though. It's scary. It's a sorcery. Why do I even try to beat Burn, man? My matchup against Burn is just 0% because I'm unlucky. Reality is probably like 30. No, it's Tron, Jeskai, and aggro. You play Ephemerate because Blink is OP. It's the most broken thing you can do if you're not killing them before it matters. If you don't play Flicker, you're making a mistake. Or you're playing aggro. And by aggro, I mean not Burn. Because Burn is quite bad. It will never be unplayable because it just beats people who draw poorly. Yeah, those are the most OP decks because they're pretty busted. But Burn, it's always going to have 50% win rate or better. Right now it's around 50%. It's going to beat people who draw poorly, but so many decks just beat it naturally. If they draw like half decently. Or if the Burn player draws poorly. Pure dang. Just got control mid-range are the same thing. And Boggles are worse than Stompy. I'm gonna maul. It's greedy. Ah, fantastic. Just what I wanted. Oh, woo. Believe it or not, Jeskai runs 19 lands too. This hand's even... It isn't even good. Oh no. Oh. Have mercy. I think I still get the blue source. That's alright. Welcome to being on the camera with Burb. My luck is quite horrible. That's alright. I still have a pretty good one, right? Oh yeah, that's a great draw. Okay. I honestly thought a red blast was coming there. Let's get a bit greedy. I think I have to be and just go for a like turbo kill and hope he doesn't remove my Oracle here or leave up mana. All right. I need a third land first, so this puts me closer to killing with Sanctuary. I wonder if he'll finally remove my dude, or if he'll keep playing stuff. Because if I get to untap, I get to go Seagate Oracle, flicker both Oracles. This deck is surprisingly good at stealing games. If I win with this horrible 4-card hand, it'll be a miracle though. Yeah, pretty much. Ironically, it kind of is really good against us though. Oh my gosh, he's so greedy. Hopefully we can punish him by not removing our stuff. Like, he's already ahead on cards. I would have loved the bolt. Oh, it's kind of the greed line. We're pretty close to a kill. 1 fam and 1 sanctuary away. One fam away. And he's probably going to finally start removing my stuff. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. He just deployed the Monarch. I don't like letting me untap. I don't have the punish, but I don't like that. I think we're going to be okay. At least as far as the mulligan is concerned. I might still lose. I don't want to play the Sanctuary yet. I want to try and get another flicker back with it or Reaping the Graves or something. Yeah, his hand's full of burn. Not surprising. Or Strands. Seeker's fine. Hmm. I think I want Snap now. No. I'm gonna decline. Actually, not too far from a kill. I'm one familiar away from being able to just reaping for the kill in my hand again, and he's running low on removal. I'll chump block the Seeker with my Seagate. I'll trade with Glint Hawk if he lets me as well. But I think there's a very high chance Small Drifter eats a removal spell. Nice. I can't believe we're in this game. Our 4-card hand is horrible. I'm gonna say yes to both because of the reaping. Now my opponent has to kill his familiar. Or I present the combo next turn. I also just get a ton of value. They do. His draw's been pretty good. Like, not insane, but pretty good. He's got a lot of pressure. Double looting is also fantastic. It's probably helped his draws a ton. I'll discard 2 more lands here, I bet. Land Astro, huh? Another Seeker. It's kind of annoying. He's used up 3 of 8. I don't like that blood. It's too aggressive. How's another one? Oh man. Triple bolt, double galv. Yeah, you get me. I still get my flicker back though. I want to draw Reaping. Which means this is free this turn. Because I'm just going to go for a bunch next turn. Unfortunately, I don't win next turn, I don't think. Maybe I can if I draw like a Preordain or something. I could try to. His draw is super removal heavy. Slightly above average. We're very fam light. I'm worried I'm going to run out of time to combo. Because of the high amount of pressure. Like, this deck is probably better against us than a lot of others. Just because of the pressure backed by a large amount of removal. More than usual. It's hard for us to keep familiars around. This is kind of, against aggressive decks, you usually count on them not having much removal. But this one does. You've got to be kidding me. Main deck Relic. Because that's really good against Ephemerate, right? Good grief. Let's find out if he's drawn the next burn spell. So I'm gonna block, flicker. Cool. We won. Despite all of that, we get to win. Thank goodness. He was really worrying me. We mulled to 4 with an unkeepable hand just about, man. Blank. Two relics main deck. That's actually a big problem for us. Alright, T is already in. I hope I can stream often. I'm actually pretty busy. Probably want 3 strands. Snap seems mediocre. Echoing Truth seems great. All Wall doesn't seem that great. Dispel or Hydro? I think 3 deep analysis is the right count. I don't think I want the 4th. Let's go 2 Hydro or blue elementals, whatever you want to call it. Maybe I want to counter a Faithless Looting or something. It does have a bunch of relics, but I still think I keep the Reaping main. Looks good to me. You don't want to draw them too early because you lose value. There's nothing you can do about it, but it feels bad man moment. Yeah, I think I still do. Really wants to find cards, I guess. It's good. We have time. Too many Seagates to not. If I only had 2, I might have. That's why I tanked so hard on this Faithful. What? Why? You know what? Fine. I'll just find more fetches, I guess. It's for his burn spells. Like, This matchup, I'm pretty sure you just hold on to a lot of your stuff and go for an OTK with strands in your graveyard. I think it's way too hard to be proactive, efficiently at least. Let's get Flicker. Oh, I almost forgot to play a land. We got punished for that Ash Baron's line. I don't like Gorilla Shaman, but it does hurt this hand. Because we have, what, 4 Astros in our deck? And he's bringing in a 1-1 to get my cantripping artifacts. I don't like it. This scenario is rare. Relic is good against us in specific. Is it good in general? No. Not at all. Not even a little. I have the Sanctuary this turn. That's fine. Yeah. Still doesn't mean it's good. I'm gonna have to end the stream soon. The guy above me is being kind of an asshole. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he's playing dubstep. And it's loud enough. Like, I've tried to get the apartment to intervene and stuff, but it's not quite loud enough they can. Maddens me. Drives me crazy. I'm actually gonna go for deep rather than the Seagate. Triple strands is awkward. I guess we'll just go pro white this turn. It's basically the definition of being inconsiderate to your neighbors. If he taps out, I should be able to kill him. This might still be a kill. I'm just gonna gain a bunch of life and filter through our deck. He might go ahead and crack Relic too. Because basically what the double flicker means is that he either cracks Relic now, or he lets me continue gaining life, like a lot of life. There it is. I'm gonna protect him. What? What just happened? Right. Because we have exactly 4 islands, they cancel each other out. So we get to lose. That's cool. Fantastic. Nothing spells tilt like that. No, it's not a bug. So, with the way it's worded, they're both entering the battlefield at the same time, so it doesn't check properly. It sees these 2 islands. I forgot about that. This is the second time it's happened to me. And now I get to lose this game of Magic when I probably had it kill. It would have just been, like, if that worked how I thought it was a guaranteed kill. And it's a probable kill if I play it differently. Instead, we get to lose because our opponent gets rewarded for my misplay. I think I'm going to have to do this and just try and value him through. Probably grab that preordain. There's still a bunch of drifters left in my deck. Kind of salty right now. Between the music I'm hearing right now that's not mine. Just the fact that it's inconsiderate tilts me off the face of the planet. And then this... It's kind of my fault though, but it still tilts me. I'm going to start stranding him. It's a good draw. Just going to crack this now so I can get rid of it with the relic. I tapped that slightly wrong, but I don't think I'm developing after this turn anyways. Sure. Oh, it is what it is. Yeah, okay. I'll cantrip. He loves removing them for some reason. Like, it's still not good. Especially in such a long, drawn-out game. Like, look at that. He's so excited to remove it. Just taps it immediately. Ooh. Astrolabe, gotta remove it. It's good. We can still win, it's just going to be really hard. We got to find the, I'm not going to block the Hawk because I want to attack back. I'm getting more life and he's dealing more or less. Triple Galv. Look at you. I'm gonna fight. I don't think he has Red Bless, at least not so far. So that's 5 burn spells already. It's impressive. But Echoing Truth in the combo still works, but I only have 1 flicker left. 1 in hand. I don't think I play Faithful. I think I play Strands here. I'm going to hold on to that for a turn when I want the double white. Cancrix is super free to play here, I guess. I can't mill myself, though. Because it's too risky with only 2 combo pieces that matter left. We'll kill Skyfisher this turn. That seems loose. I'm going to end the stream here. I really can't focus with this music. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it's loud enough that it seriously is bothering me right now. The deck's pretty great. Our draws weren't too great today, but we still had a decent win rate. We lost 2 Burn and 2 Jeskai players. 1 Jeskai player played, well, to put it bluntly, horribly. And we just didn't draw well enough. Like, we didn't see the deep analyses and stuff, or Mull Drifters in time. That's basically how you lose to them. It happens. It's annoying, but not much we can do about it. Then the other one was just a really well built Jeskai deck. I liked it a lot. That one I would say is an unfavorable matchup for us. And I believe those were our 3 losses for the day. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know when I'm going to be able to stream again. I'm pretty busy this week. Friday or Saturday for sure. Definitely Sunday. Like always Sunday now. I will see you guys next time. Bye.